Hey you guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about Trump dismantling the EEOC. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, and this topic specifically really is geared towards, my community of people. I ain't mad at y'all. Like, y'all get on my nerves. Like, I'm really irritated with y'all. Like, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, let me read a little bit on this article as far as this whole thing that Trump has done. So first off, it says on Tuesday, President Trump signed an order revoking decades-old executive orders signed by Presidents Lyndon B. Johnson and Richard Nixon that established enforcement of anti-bias measures in federal employment and contracting related to race, sex, religion, and national origin under the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The Trump order also revokes orders signed by President Barack Obama enforcing diversity promotion in the national security workforce and the overall federal workforce. Trump also directed all federal diversity, equity, and inclusion staff to be put on paid leave by the end of the day and eventually be laid off. Dr. Berry points out that the need for anti-bias and diversity mechanisms for employment in the federal workforce has always existed, particularly in the 1960s and 1970s, because workers who were not white were simply overlooked. It was the culture, she told The Grow. Taxpayers pay for contracts and everybody has the right, any kind of taxpayer, to see to it that they get a fair look. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, was established by Congress to enforce the anti-bias employment measures of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. For years, the agency has been tasked with investigating and prosecuting cases of workforce discrimination. It also requires employers to report data on their employees, including their race or ethnicity. Trump's pick to lead the EEOC, Andrea Lucas, has made clear one of her priorities is to root out DEI in both the public and private sectors. Lucas told Fox News that she would restore even-handed enforcement of employment civil rights laws for all Americans. In recent years, this agency has remained silent in the face of multiple forms of widespread overt discrimination. Okay, look, I'm not even finna read this whole thing. Obviously, if you haven't went to go read up on it, go read up on it. I'm just gonna, let me just get up here and say what I heard. Hurry up and get up here and say what I have to say, because I have so much to say, and I'm going to try to lay this out in order that I want to say it, to stay, like, basically to get this across how I'm trying to get this across, because my mind be going a million miles per hour. So it's very easy for me to be all over the place because I have so much to say. So basically what I got out of it was they are, pulling a reverse racism card is what it sounded like to me. I don't know. Is it just me? That's basically what I got out of it. I mean, they're saying that they are wanting to get rid of the DEI stuff and all of that because they think people should be hired based off of their, hard work and merit. Didn't I tell y'all on a few of my videos by now, if you have been watching me, these people come out and make it seem like they are doing something for the greater good of something, and it really don't even be that for real. Like, let's keep it. What are you talking about hiring people based off of their merit? First of all, when was y'all? The whole reason they put that stuff in place is because y'all wasn't hiring people, specifically people of color. So what are you even talking about? I ain't even touching on the LGBTQ thing and all the other stuff they got going on. I just know because I can't speak on it. Okay, I ain't in that community. I'm speaking on my community. And as far as what I know, this don't even make no sense. They trying to pull the reverse racism card. Like I said, that's what I got out of it. And y'all have literally overlooked people for years, and including now, based off of their race. Y'all will literally hire somebody that is not qualified for the job over somebody that is qualified for the job based off of their race. And you know what? Let me tell y'all something. First of all, because I see a lot of people not only really on the internet, really, a lot of people on the internet like to get on here and act like what I'm about to get up here and say and what a lot of other people have already said in my community is not true. Like, we not seeing what we seeing and we not hearing what we hearing. One thing about me is that reverse racism card don't work over here, baby. Wrong brown person or wrong black person, as y'all like to call us. That don't work over here on me. I'll tell you this, call it whatever you want to call it. It worked for everybody else. Now, if you want to call it racist, it worked for every other group of people. Now, how about that? They hire their own first. They put their own on first. Okay? When they get to firing, and 9 times out of 10, it is not. They are not firing their own. They are firing brown people first. Oh, black people first. Like I said, when I'm saying brown people, I'm talking about the people that y'all like to call black. For those of you who just, it ain't clicking, folks. I see it's a lot of folks in my community. It's not clicking. Y'all really got up here and y'all acting surprised that they are pulling the rug from up under y'all. Like, y'all, again, I have said this in my previous videos already by now. Did y'all forget what America was built off of? Oh, let me guess. Y'all forgot because they running around here all these years been doing this fake inclusion stuff. Y'all forgot because y'all see all these people running around here in these interracial relationships, whether it be on social media and in real life, not even knowing the real dynamics of that. Now, I do, because not only do I have people in my family that have dated interracially. My youngest brother is biracial. My mom has dated interracially. Okay, so I could speak on it from the standpoint I have dated interracially at some point. I dated an Asian dude at some point. Okay. But one thing about me is, see, I don't go over there and lose my sense of self. Y'all go over there and lose y'all sense of self. You know what I'm saying? Trying to integrate and trying to be accepted and all of that, and moving like this and moving like that. So y'all, but that's conversation for another day. Let me stay right here, because see, it's so easy for me to get off track, because this topic, I could say so much on this topic to try to get y'all to understand that these people don't mess with y'all for real. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. Let me give you an example. Because, like I said, you got people that like to get up here and gaslight, acting like this stuff ain't true or this stuff don't go in. Let me tell you something. This is why they say that it pays to have people that is not from your community. As a brown person, it pays to have people that is not from your community. This is why they say that. Because they come out and the same stuff we already know is true, they come back telling us that it's for a fact true, because they are around the people from the colorless community, and they know how they talk and how they really think and feel about us. So let me tell you something. We was living in California, right? And this goes along with this whole, they trying to say they want to hire people based off their skills. They're trying to use this reverse racism stuff, right? No, y'all not. Anyways, and let me tell you something. This EEOC thing, before I even get into the story that they got in place, y'all think because they sit up here and they got these papers and these laws in place saying that you can't be discriminatory and hiring people, y'all think they don't still do that? It literally is not like y'all don't have a way of knowing. Like, ain't like you know all the applicants that were sitting up there on the table. Y'all think they don't be still doing that, huh? Y'all think they don't still be slick doing that on the slide? They do. Anyways, so they just put stuff in place to shut y'all up, make y'all feel better about it. They still literally do it. See, but they do it in a way to where it's just not very obvious. You can't really tell, you know? It's just being done in the background. But let me tell you something. So we were still living in California, okay? At this time, I think I was around maybe 22, 21, 22, maybe 23. We had family or whatever too, like my cousin and my brother that was, you know, with us or whatever, living in California as well at the time. So tell me why all three of us, we was going to, because we was tired of working at McDonald's. We all went to Forever 21 or whatever. There was a Forever 21 in the mall. What was it at? Where's that mall at? Is it Carlsbad? Anyways, so we go up to the Forever 21 in the mall to go apply for the job, whatever, try to get hired, right? Now, as we going up there, whatever, because my friend at the time, I'm not gonna say her name, but my friend at the time who identifies as Native American, she was telling me how she was telling me how she was looking for a job as well too. She was also looking for a job. So I was telling her, you know, hey girl, because what it was we was walking around the mall, y'all, and we saw the Forever 21 was hiring. So like I was calling her and I'm telling her, I was like, hey, you know, they hiring at Forever 21. So then the next day or so, we had came back to, you know, turn in the applications, and they was doing interviews on the spot. So we came back to turn in the applications and do our interviews on the spot or whatever. So I'm calling her and I'm telling her, hey, because they only doing the interview for a certain amount of time or whatever, right? So I was telling her, I'm calling her and I let her know, I was like, hey girl, where you at? You know, they doing interviews or whatever, like hurry up and get up here. And she was telling me how she was running late and she never finished filling out the application. I don't even think the application was even halfway filled out. So I'm like, okay, hurry up, come up here, whatever. You try to hurry up and fill out the application and stuff. So as we going through the interview process, right? It was a Hispanic girl that was interviewing us. That interviewed me, my brother, and my cousin. So we going through the interview. Mind you, I got plenty of retail experience and fast food, all that at this point, or whatever, right? So we go through the whole interview. She run through the interview or whatever, and she's like, okay, well, our hiring manager or the boss, whoever she said, was not in at the time, but we'll give you a call. We'll let you know. Not getting hired. Okay, we go back to walking around the mall. So then my friend, she finally pulls up or whatever, and we catch up with her, and I was like, yeah, hurry up, they pretty much getting ready to end or whatever now, whatever. She's like, my application, I'm not even done filling out my application. So she goes in there already running late for the interview, because really the interview time was already over. So she goes in there to interview or whatever. And when she comes out or whatever, so we continue to walk around the mall or whatever. So when she gets done with the interview, she ends up calling me, and she was like, hey girl, yeah, girl, I got hired for the job. And I was like, oh, for real, girl? So, I'm surprised or whatever. I'm happy for her. And I'm surprised at the same time, because she was telling me, she was like, girl, yeah, she was telling me, the first thing she asked me was, listen to this. She said the first thing the Hispanic girl asked her was like, oh, are you Hispanic? What are you, Hispanic? And she told her, no, I'm Native American, right? She said she's like, girl, I think they thought I was Hispanic in there, because they kept on asking me and stuff like that. She said, and then the girl, she was just being real extra friendly and stuff. And then she told me, oh yeah, come and meet our hiring manager. She said she didn't even care about the application. I didn't really be filled out like that or about her experience or nothing like that. And they told her, yeah, come meet our hiring manager. He's in or whatever. I was like, she told us that the hiring manager wasn't even in, girl. Y'all, it's funny. Like, literally, even then at the time, I was irritated at the lady. I was not mad at my friend. I'm happy that my friend at the time had got the job. I was mad at the fact that that this stuff is going on. You know what I'm saying? These people be being racist or being biased when they hiring people for jobs. Me, at least, I know that this stuff is going on. Because I know a piece of paper don't mean nothing. These people putting these laws in place saying that they can't do it, they don't mean nothing. But when you very obviously experience it's upsetting, because it's like, dang, although you already know what's going on though, and this is why they say it pays to have friends outside the community, because they could tell you what's going on. She said, so I told my friend, girl, she told me the hiring manager wasn't even in, girl, and like I told you, me, my cousin, and my brother had went up there, so all three of us basically dismissed all three of us, right? Told us the same thing, the hiring manager wasn't in, right? We got interviewed at different times. So she was like, really? She said, girl, she took me to go meet the hiring manager on. They hired me on the spot, guys. So she was like, oh, that's messed up, So she was just saying dang, that's messed up or whatever. Like, why would she lie like that? It is. But I'm like, what I'm saying? It's cool. It is what it is. Like I said, this stuff be going on. It's Forever 21. We just try to go get a job at any other place or whatever. And at this time, I think, was I still going to school for medical billing and coding? Or I think at this time I was going to school for computer technician. But anyways, so I'm just like, it's cool or whatever. Now that's one of the experiences. Like I said, I know for a fact that these people, even at regular paying jobs, even minimum wage, these people being biased in their hiring process. Now, when I did finish my schooling for my medical billing. No, I wasn't going for medical billing and coding for school for this. It was computer technician, because I had been finished schooling for medical billing and coding. I went back to school at that time for computer technician or whatever. But now also too, while I was working these regular jobs, whole time I had been trying for the longest, since when we was living in California, y'all, for the longest, to try and get my foot in the door and get a job in medical billing and coding. I applied to all of the entry level positions, all of that. Do y'all know I've been on interviews? Let me tell you an interview in particular. I went on an interview one time. I don't remember the exact city where it was located at, but I went on an interview one time for medical billing and coding. And do y'all know, I will never forget this. I walked into the building, and the first thing, the colorless lady across from me at the check-in desk, first of all, she already gave me a look, looking at me crazy, whatever. So I already peeped game, like, okay, I already see what this is gonna be. I don't care, whatever. Because see, I had already put in my application. They had hit me back or whatever, because when you put in an application or whatever, right? See, my name is Danielle. So a lot of times with a name like that, they be expecting the colorless woman to walk through the door, I guess, obviously. So I had already put in my application, and they, had booked the time, like, we're excited. They excited to meet me. So I, confirmed the interview date and all of that. So I go in, and like I said, the lady at the check-in desk, you can already see she gave me a like. She's surprised I'm even there. She can't even surprised that, she can't even, I walked it up. So then, as I'm walking in, she didn't even address me at first. So like, no, it's like, hello, or like, how you doing? None of that. So I just go on and help myself. I see the little booklet laying out right there, and it's like saying like for the people that's interviewing, write your information down or whatever, and your time and all. They supposed to be interviewed. So I write my information down, and by the time I'm getting ready to, then I'm supposed to be interviewed. And as I'm writing down my information, the lady finally addresses me and says, "Oh, are you lost?" And I'm like, "No, I'm here for an interview." And she's like, "Oh, you're here for an interview." Like, so she looking like very surprised now. So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here for the interview for the medical billing and coding position that they have available or whatever." So she, like I said, is looking very surprised. So I'm just like, okay. So then she's like, okay, just give me a second. So she goes to the back. Now, whoever she talking to in the back, I could very obviously tell based off of how they handled me after that, the conversation, that they clearly had in the back without me even having to be back there. She went to the back and you could hear them whispering. And I'm going to tell you why I could tell the conversation that they had when she went back there. So she's in the back whispering. I could just hear them whispering or whatever, right? So then she comes back up and she's like, do you have a confirmation email for the interview time? So I pull up the email and I'm like, yeah, it's this person, and it's from y'all company. Here it is. So I'll show her the email. So then she goes back to the back and goes whisper again, but then she comes back out for a second and she tells me to move into this room that kind of like, how they look like they be having the boardroom meetings with the long tables and the chairs. So she moves me to their room, then she closed the door. Now, I guess, obviously knowing what I know now, she was like, let me put her in this room so she can't really, in case she can hear what we really saying. But at the time, she moved me to this room. I'm like, okay. Like I said, I'm already feeling the vibes. I already know how these people operate. So I'm like, okay, I'm still giving it the benefit of the doubt. Because really, I don't care if you don't like me. Just give me, are you going to give me the job or not? Do you want somebody that can do the position or not? You going to give me the experience for the job or not? So I'm sitting, I'm like, okay, we got off to a bad start. But it looked like they going to at least do the interview with your girl because they didn't move me to the boardroom. So as I'm sitting over there waiting or whatever, right? This lady very clearly came back, and because she went to the person, whoever she was talking to, had to have told her, oh no, tell her to leave. She very clearly went back there and told them she's brown. And they said, oh no, well then let her go. Let her go. Because see, when she came, I had been sitting there waiting, right, for a minute, right? So I'm like, dang, what is taking them so long? I showed them the confirmation email and all of that, like, and I'm here early for my interview. So she finally comes back into the room, and do y'all know this lady told me, oh, that must have been a mistake. We don't have you on our list for people to interview. It was a mistake that y'all sent me an email confirming the interview date and time from y'all company's email address from the person that clearly works here in this office. So, I didn't even go back and forth with her about it. I already knew what it was. Like I said, I could tell from energy when I first walked into the office. I didn't even do all that going back and forth. I was like, okay, all right, bye. You know what I'm saying? Going about my business or whatever. Like I said, I already knew what it was. I could very clearly tell. It was very obvious. They was back there having a conversation about the fact that I was a brown woman that had walked up in there, and that they even want to go through the hassle of even interviewing me because they knowing that they most likely wasn't gonna hire me anyways. So yeah, I say them to tell y'all those two stories to tell you this. Them getting rid of this EEOC thing ain't finna do nothing but bump up the discrimination that they already been doing, even when they had papers and laws in place saying that by law that they couldn't really do it. They was still doing it, y'all. They're still doing it. Literally. They just had to be more discreet about it. Them getting rid of the EEOC thing, it ain't finna do nothing but make them feel more comfortably and be more obvious about doing it. That's what I'm getting from it, from my understanding. Another thing that I wanted to touch on too as well, you guys, it is also the same thing when it comes to our children in the school system. I actually had an incident that happened at the school that my son was attending here on base, and it basically forced my hand to go ahead and take my child out of school and begin to homeschool him. I will actually talk about that some more by the end of the school year on the channel that I have with my family and go into more details on that subject. And like I said, y'all acting surprised again. Why? This is how they are. This is how they operate. Again, did y'all forget what America was built off of? I guess y'all did, because y'all like to operate in the land of delusion, and act and play like y'all don't know how these people get down. Y'all think because a couple of them smile in y'all face that it's all kumbaya, kumbaya under the sun. Y'all act like y'all scared to have certain conversations. Now, I do be seeing a lot of us on these platforms having these conversations, and shout out to my people from my community that do have these conversations, and that's not scared to speak up and saying stuff that we all know. Whether we try to, you got people in the community and outside the community trying to act like they don't know. They know. Like I said, these people have been operating out the same playbook, and they bank on the fact that y'all sit up here and just be acting so dumb to the fact they don't gotta do nothing different. They can keep on doing the same stuff because y'all still have yet to catch it. Woohoo! Y'all have still yet to get. Y'all still refuse to get the memo. And at this point, when it comes to people from our community that have big platforms and they just choose not to talk about this stuff, honestly, you know, on one hand, it's like, you got the platform, why you not saying nothing about this stuff or bringing more attention to it? But on the other hand, I also, like, I'm able to look at stuff from all different sides of the spectrum, right? On the other hand, I don't blame them, to be real. Because these people be having a family to feed, and they be having their own self to take care of and all of that. And it's like, why? Why? Because y'all people y'all folks of the brown community still gonna get out here, act like crabs in the barrel. Y'all still gonna get out here and not act and on one accord and get y'all stuff together like y'all should, to really be building up the community. Stop running around creating baby mamas and upholding all the worst and bad stereotypes and stuff that is really killing the community. Why are they gonna put their livelihood and their life on the line for y'all? For some people that y'all still gonna be doing the same thing. Like I said, me getting up here saying this, I'm very passionate when it comes to like speaking about stuff when it comes to my people in my community. But it's sad to say, it's like I just already know it just be going in one and nothing. I'm really wasting my breath. So I really don't blame some people. Like at the same time, shoot, I mean, can you blame? They do what you gonna do. I wouldn't blame them. They gonna keep on. Of course, they gonna keep dating out, doing whatever it is that they want to do. You know, pandering towards the people or whatever to try to roll that money in and get them deals to go through the way they need them to go through, and doing whatever it is that they need to do. Shoots, I mean, why? And selling out their own shoes based off how you look at it. Because y'all gonna keep on acting like y'all gonna keep on acting crazy. We could blame the colorless people all day for where we at, but I'm mad at y'all the most. I blame the people from my community the most because y'all helped them. Y'all been selling us out since they showed up. Y'all really got up here and act surprised that they pulled the rug from up under y'all. Oh, that they getting rid of DEI and this is, you know, make sure they have diversity and inclusion in the workforce. They don't mess with y'all for real. They've been tolerating y'all. They have been tolerating it. They have been tolerating us. Don't y'all get that? Again, why y'all keep forgetting what America was built off of? And if you ask me, the original dang plan wasn't for us to even still be here. To keep it all the way real. They have been sitting up here tolerating y'all. Y'all have really been bamboozling. Y'all done really fell for it. And then y'all get up here every time getting on my nerves, acting surprised when these people show y'all their true colors. As a matter of fact, if you ask me, I'm glad Trump did it. Man, I already told y'all in my conspiracy theory video that I think that, first of all, in my opinion, voting don't matter. They gonna put whoever they want to put in that office because they are not going to sit up here and give y'all the position to really make changes and dismantle things that they have put in place for a country that they have sat up here and built off the back of your ancestors. So specifically, to keep it all the way real, as a person of the brown community, y'all votes matter the least. Like, in my opinion, if we just gonna keep it all the way real. They gonna put whoever they want to put in there. I'm glad, and I'm glad they put Trump in there so they can wake y'all up. Y'all always talking being woke. Oh, standing on business. Man, once my standing on business, ain't got no business to stand on though. Y'all ain't even got a business to stand on. Cause if you did, then you wouldn't be sitting up here so dang worried about getting fired at your job or not getting or not fairly being hired or considered for a position. Y'all wouldn't be freaking out so much about this whole DEI thing. See, the problem is, our ancestors have built stuff like Wall Street and all of that. And this, if you ask me, they freed our ancestors, then they came and they built stuff like Wall Street and all that just for them folks to knock it down Just for the people of the colorless community, they swear, but now they want y'all to go and go create your own stuff, or go get away from us, or blah blah blah. And as soon as you go trying to do your own thing or build up your own community, here they come. Literally, it's literally engraved in their DNA. Something like coming in and sniffing you out, trying to see where you at. I see you. They still doing that. You see it on the workforce. Soon as they see too many brown people huddled up together talking, you don't even matter what you talking about. You can be talking about the weather. They low key slick. You see one of them sliding over there trying to see what you trying to hustle and see what you talking about. It literally makes them nervous to see y'all get together and gather together. Just too much in a group somewhere. But y'all really have gotten too comfortable, in my opinion, to the fact of y'all act so scared to talk about something when it's related to race topics, when certain conversations do need to be had. Y'all be scared to stand up for y'allself when it's depending on when it's got something to do with race. But then y'all sit right there all day and be in the hood posted up acting like you own a block that you really don't own, shooting it and gunning down your own. Sitting up there arguing and going back and forth with y'all own, but y'all don't be having that type of energy and putting that type of energy towards the people and then the stuff that y'all really should be having that type of energy for. This is why I'm literally tired of y'all. Y'all really get on my nerves. Y'all really be getting on my nerves. And another reason I'm very passionate about this topic, because I am raising full-blown brown kids, black kids, African American kids, whatever term it is that y'all want to use. And y'all sitting up here acting delusional and surprised about the stuff that these people do. I'm glad they put Trump in office. Good. So they can go ahead and let all of the closeted racists come out and show y'all who they really is. Because I'm sure they tired of faking anyways. They are tired of faking and tolerating y'all. Right now, when the day Trump got inaugurated, he probably wasn't even inaugurated in that good before them good old boys went in that closet and went in to go find that whip and crack the dust off of it. No. Let me be serious now, because honestly, I have to make a joke about this stuff, because it's literally sad. I'm mad at y'all. I really am. We can sit up here and talk about how the colorless folks do us all day. How we have been put on an uneven playing field when it comes to our starting point here or whatever. But y'all literally help them though. My community's people have helped them with their actions. Y'all be worried about the wrong things. First of all, I could literally give y'all a list of stuff from my community that literally, if we just did this, we would not even be here. We would be so much further. If we did these things, we would be so much further. But again, like I said, y'all too busy always somewhere caping for y'all colorless overlords and then acting surprised when they come out and show y'all who they really are every time. And then the best thing y'all got to say every time to combat this is, oh, well, they're not all like that. Okay, well, let me tell you something. I have always been a person since I was a child that is very good at reading people. Energy is real. I don't care what nobody say. I've always been a person that is very good for seeing people for who they really are. And one thing I could tell you, one thing that I have noticed, again, since I was a child, even since I was a child, this is why I say, a lot of kids I got more sense than grown adults. And this is another reason why they say pay attention to your kids, because your kids can tell you when somebody's energy is off before you even notice it. One thing these people of the colorless community specialize in, I call it, they have these fake smiles with dead eyes behind them. And not only that, they will sit up there and look you dead in your face and lie. Literally. I mean, everybody lies, but they will literally special. I'm talking about look you dead in your face. Specialize looking you dead in your face and lying, and won't think twice about it. Won't break character or nothing. Have you thinking you crazy? But see, that don't work on people like me. Okay, so you want to act fake? That's fine. I can act fake too with the best of them. We can be fake together. You know what I'm saying? You want to act like you tolerate me? Okay, I'm going to tolerate you too. Make sure, you know what I'm saying? Okay, just make sure my check's still, you know what I'm saying, clear at the end of the work week. Y'all sit up here and really act surprised every time these people come out here and show y'all who they is. Y'all keep sitting up here acting surprised like y'all don't already know. How many people from the community got to come up here and tell y'all this stuff wasn't really meant for y'all? And then let it be told the reason why they really freed them dang slaves was because of the the Civil War or something. I don't know. Get up, y'all know so much. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I find it hard to believe that they had that many of them really just sit up there and be like, oh, I feel bad. Let's free them. Let's free them. Yeah, after they ain't got y'all ancestors, got our ancestors to sit up here and build the country for free. They done showed y'all every which way that literally that they don't really mess with you for real. They done showed you literally either whether it was non-verbally or whether it was verbally. They sat up here, they literally give us stuff. They give us just enough, they throw us crumbs, literally. Give us just enough just to shut us up. Like, oh my God, here they go complaining. Just to shut us up, but they don't really be giving us nothing worthwhile to really do nothing with. To really make a difference when it comes to our community with. They gave y'all Black History Month, and they gave us Black History Month, and they gave us the shortest month out the year. Oh my God. You can't make this up. That's one of them. They sat up here, and after they done had our ancestors build this country for free, they done promised them 40 acres in the mill, y'all? 40 acres in the mill. Y'all still crying for reparations to this day. Y'all are still up here begging at this point for reparations with these people to this day. To this day. For some stuff that's owed to y'all. When really, let's keep it all the way real. We are the original Native Americans. Okay? I said what I said. I don't care who like it. I don't care who like it. And I'm gonna make a separate video about that later. But again, that's a conversation for another day. You know, y'all still sitting they sitting up here trying to tell us who we is. Then y'all sitting up here on one hand, y'all fighting for reparations. The fact that we really still got to be going back and forth and having this conversation about reparations, like it ain't some stuff that ain't our just dues, and y'all literally just sit up here and let these people gaslight y'all and forget the past, or I'm not my ancestors, I didn't own any slaves. Okay, but you benefiting from it. I don't want to hear it. In the world we live in, it's an eye for an eye. Y'all really be falling for that reverse racism stuff they be trying to give y'all and these crocodile fake tears. Like somebody's supposed to care. I don't care. I could care less. Somebody got to pay for these sins. Now, if you don't want to pay the physical way, somebody gonna pay financially. Because what you ain't gonna do is not right these wrongs and then keep sitting around here looking down on my people in this country and then thinking you gonna treat them any type of way. Along with all this fake smiling and fake acting like you really mess with them that you like to do, like they like to do anyways, and they really tolerating us. And like I said, y'all sit up here and be wanting to combat this. The ones, and I ain't talking about all the people from my community. I'm talking about the ones that sit up here that got the Stockholm relationship, the Stockholm syndrome relationship that they got with they colorless overlords. Because there's a reason. If you from the community, you know what when they say all skin folk ain't kin folk. Didn't I sit up here and tell y'all all these? I'm starting to find out all these sayings that they have been saying are literally they're saying it for a reason. It's truth to these sayings. You got different kinds of brown people. Okay? You got the ones that want to run up behind these people, try so hard to be up in their space and caping for them and acting like they the best thing since sliced bread. They can't do no wrong. Oh, so innocent. Oh, they ain't all like that. And then they want to sit up here and act surprised when they get the finding out who they really is, or they get up here telling them who they really is. Or they may either make them mad enough to tell them who they really is, or they sit up and they get somebody like Trump in office and then they come out and really puffing their chest out. A lot of y'all got friends right now that y'all think that y'all so cool with, and they hide up under these YouTube comments that y'all be seeing with these fake profile pictures and these fake old crazy names and saying the most racist stuff under comments about people from y'all community. Like I said, the best thing y'all got to combat that y'all love to say is, oh, they ain't all like that. Okay, I know that, but let me tell you something. Like I said, I am very good at reading people. Most of them are. How about that? I know that without a shadow of a doubt. Most of them are. And the ones that are not, the way I look at it is they're acting against their natural instinct. What is it that they call it? People having a predisposition for stuff or certain characteristics and stuff like that based off their DNA or something like that. That's kind of like if you ever hear somebody say, oh, they act like their mom. Maybe they have an attitude like their mom, or how they handle certain situations and stuff like that is like one of their parents or something like that. Maybe their grandparents or somebody in their family. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need y'all to sit up and say, oh, they ain't all like that. Okay, I know that, but that don't got nothing to do with anything that I'm saying. It make anything that I'm saying in this video any less true. Does it? That don't have nothing to do with. First of all, we ain't focused on the ones that ain't like that. I'm not talking about the ones that are not like that. Because guess what? The majority rules. I'm talking about the ones that are like that. I know they ain't all like that. Matter of fact, the OB I got right now, and the only one that I will even consider seeing, based due to my previous horrible experience with this pregnancy that I am in, the only one that I will even consider is seeing. She is from the colorless community. She is not a person of color. But she's a great OBGYN. She has been great to me so far. She's a great OBGYN. I get good vibes from her. Very cool lady. I like her. If I could, shoot, if I have any more kids in the future, if I could, I would use her for all of my kids. I know they're not all like that. First of all, we don't need y'all to keep coming up here saying that either. Using that same sorry excuse. We clearly ain't talking about the ones that is not like that. But we are talking about the majority that are like that. And while y'all sitting up here falling for that fake inclusion, let me tell you this. While they sitting up here, got y'all thinking inclusion, and we are just making so much progress, and they ain't racist, and this. Let me tell you something. These people been doing operating out the same playbook. I've been saying that. I don't know how many times I have to say that. They are banking on the fact that y'all are so ignorant and so dumb at this point, and be just focused on all the wrong things. And clearly, it just don't click for y'all. Even when they come right out and show y'all who they really is. Again, y'all still wearing, oh, they not all like that though. They be banking on the fact that y'all just so dumb. They don't gotta do nothing no different. They've been doing the same thing since they done appeared on this earth. They have been doing the same, operating out the same playbook, doing the same thing, divide and conquer, all time, using the same skills. Using the same tactics when it comes to our community. Okay, that's first and foremost. The only thing is when time changes, it just looks a little different, but underneath the surface, it's all the same. So, for example, you ain't got as many people that's really outwardly out here just being racist like that. It's more hidden. It's more subtle. It's more passive aggressive. Or what is another word that they use for it when they trying to they talk to you a certain way or using certain terms or trying to be basically being passive aggressive with the racism. Y'all, if you know what term I'm looking for. You know what I'm talking about, okay? It's just because it's more, they try to be more subtle about it now. Because see, it ain't as popular. But like I said, then they put somebody like Trump in office and they come busting right out the gate showing y'all who they really is. And y'all act surprised every time, and it gets on my everlasting nerve. Y'all wouldn't have to worry about this if y'all was sitting up here doing more focusing on, let me tell you something, first of all. If we take more time focusing on building up the community, getting our mind right, you know what I'm saying, building up our own business and actually supporting black business for real, like we say, you wouldn't have a reason to be sitting up here whining. Like I said, then y'all let these people sit up here and do this reverse racism stuff on y'all when y'all trying to build something for your own or have a community or a group for your own. Then here they go. Where the hell they be coming from? Do somebody alert them or something? Somebody from the colorless community just comes in and they just start wreaking havoc. Like, just infiltrating every time. And then y'all let them. And matter of fact, you need to start ignoring them, for real. Start ignoring them. It really ain't that hard. Stop even commenting to people that sitting up here acting like they don't know what I got to get up here and say ain't true. Because what I'm saying, like I said, you got different groups of brown folks, people of color, okay? You got the ones that want to run up behind them and play clueless, play dumb, like they don't know how these people are already operating. And then you got the people like me that already been peep game a long time ago. Like I said, as far back as when I was a child. Peep game a long time ago. And knows how to move accordingly. One thing about me, I treat others how I would like to be treated. Okay? I don't care what race you from. If you nice and respectful to me, I will be nice and respectful to you back. You get out here and you think you gonna talk to me crazy, or you gonna be racist and you gonna say something out the way or be rude or disrespectful, I'm gonna give it to you right back. Because see, it's a time, as my husband say, it's a time to protect your peace. It's a time to protect your peace, and it's certain things, certain situations where no, it's zero tolerance, and I'm gonna give it to you every time. I'm gonna get right with you every time. You think you gonna come out your mouth saying something racist or crazy to me? Like I said, right game, wrong brown person. That don't work on me. I'm gonna get right with y'all because we can go stereotype for stereotype, okay? We can go word for word, battle it down, okay? And I ain't even got to use the stereotype. I can use your truths against you when it comes to your community and make it have you want to go in your house and go cry. And I teach my kids the same thing. Sure do. Sure do. Treat others how you want to be treated. Somebody being nice and respectful to you, you do the same thing to them. Somebody being rude or disrespect or being mean, call yourself being mean to you, you know what I'm saying, or hitting you or putting their hands on you, you give it right back to them. And especially if they got the nerve to come out their side of their mouth talking crazy when it's pertaining to race and saying some racist stuff towards you, you better give it right back to them. Matter of fact, here you go. Here's some stuff you can say to them. Get them right in line. Get them right in line. Everybody gonna be at home crying, questioning their identity today. Okay? Because that's y'all problem. Y'all want to sit up here and, like I said, act surprised like y'all don't already know who these people is. Y'all want to sit up here and fall for this fake inclusion stuff that they be having going on. They give y'all little breadcrumbs and y'all run off with it off into the sun, just happy that they just even acknowledge you just a little bit, like they really doing something, and they not. When they really don't even mess with you for real. While they sitting over here making y'all think that they really be messing with y'all like that, they sit and they teach their kids in the background behind closed doors. They're teaching them something different. Y'all sit up here and doing this whole acting like y'all scared to confront stuff when it come to race, doing this whole turn the other cheek thing, or karma gonna get them, God gonna get them. That's another way how they ain't got y'all. They got y'all serving their God. This video, you know, it's the fact that, okay, the EEOC thing that they getting rid of, but my thing is, what I really want to talk about pertaining to this is that y'all really, why are we surprised? That's the point that I want to get across to this video. Why are we surprised? They have shown y'all every which way. Like I said, I don't know how else either other way that they can show y'all that they really be tolerating y'all, and they really don't want you here. Really, if you ask me, it's almost like you're on borrowed time. We already outnumbered. Matter of fact, let me get it up here. Let me get it up here. Because it ain't like if y'all did want to try to fight back for real, y'all better be banking on going and recruiting them ones that y'all talking about. They ain't all like that. Because just based off our community alone, the numbers ain't there. Because let me get it up here. What's the ratio of the colorless people to the brown people and that's living in America? Because you know everywhere we go in America, we are the minorities, right? So what is the demographics of America? This is the demographics of America. They saying ethnic composition. The population is diverse with about 60% identifying as white, 18% Hispanic or Latino, which that is not a race. I am looking for the race. That's a conversation for another day. 13% Black or African American, and 6% Asian. So the whole point of me making this video is to say we can be mad at these folks all day and talking about them taking away DEI and many of other things that they sit up here, they'll make a law, y'all cry long enough about the law, they'll turn it into a law, then y'all get happy for a while. But I know if they really want to change it, whoever they put up there, they gonna turn around and change it if they want to. The power is in their hands. They run everything. Even if this EEOC thing, whatever they want to change it to, or it ain't really that, or it's supposed to be for this, or it's really going to be good for this, I don't care. It don't make anything I just said right now pertaining to this any less true. These people don't mess with us for real. The people that I really care about that is racist are the ones who are running stuff. Those are the people that have the power to take away your rights. Those are the people that if they want to sit up here right now and say, we bringing slavery back, round them all up, let's get it going. What y'all gonna do? It's only 13% of y'all, like I said, y'all better go bank on them people that y'all said ain't all like that to come and help y'all up them numbers and hope that it still give you a good even it out pretty good for you. If it's time to, you know what I'm saying, get out there in that field with them. Like I said, just like these people could pass a law, they could take one away too and they feel like it. Yeah, you know, me talking about this, you know, I'm probably gonna, I only got about, what, 175 subscribers right now. So, me having this conversation, I'm probably gonna lose what little subscribers I got. Ooh, or my channel may never blow up or take for even longer to blow up. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I don't care. I'm going to still say what I got to say. One thing about it is I'm a person who does things with intentions. Everything I do it with intentions. Even these YouTube channels. So one thing about it is when I started these channels, I wanted to do it with a purpose. Okay? Like we have times, like I said, I post Monday through Friday. So we have our times where, you know, I'm doing videos, whether you connect with me on just the stuff that I like to watch when it comes to like scary stuff, or connect with that side, that conspiracy side of me, or that anime side of me that loves anime, or when we just having real life conversations on Fridays on these Let's Talk sessions, that no matter what background you come from or what racial group you come from, I'm just having a conversation on things that we can all relate to when it comes to life and stuff like that, or whether I'm just having conversations directly and specifically pertaining to the people within my community. Yeah, I do everything with the purpose. Like, I want you to be able to get something out of my videos, whether it makes you happy, whether it makes you think, whether it makes you feel like and let you know that you're not alone, and however it is that you feel on whatever in particular subject or whatever it is. So yeah, it is what it is. Like, it need to be said, and I said it. I'm not changing it. I ain't changing it. It ain't changing. I don't care who don't like it. But yeah, you guys, we need to get our community together. It's just we got a lot to worry about, far more to worry about that's going on in this community. Oh, let me tell y'all another thing too. Y'all want to sit up here and cape for every other community. Now they talking about this whole ICE thing that Trump got going on with the Hispanics and stuff like that. I know one thing my people better not be doing. Y'all like to cape and march for everybody else, but then when it come to us, don't nobody be caping for us like that unless there is some way for them to benefit out of it. And then one thing I know about it is, once they get done using us to go help them march for their causes and all of that, they throw us to the wayside and then get to treating us how the other colorless people treat them. When they sit over there, got colorless crime going on, and they looking down on them and treating them bad. Once these communities, whether it be Hispanic, Asian, whoever, when they get done using us to march for their causes, or y'all want to speak up for these people causing their rights and all of that, they don't be having that same type of energy for us. They get done using us and they come over here. They come over here and be acting racist towards us and looking down on us, and we been here. Let that sink in too. Stand down. Stand down. We need to be worried about us first, and how this new election is going to affect us. We still got all these different problems we need to work out within our own community. So I'm going to need y'all to take y'all capes off. Okay? Take y'all capes off that y'all like to put on for y'all overlords, and let's come together as a community, and let's clean up our mess first before we try to go over there and help other people clean up their mess. We literally at the bottom of the barrel based off the social standing, okay, and economically. So I don't know why y'all be thinking y'all be having that much spare time or that much room to be over there worried about what's going on with other people in their communities and their problems, okay? Whew, but yeah, I done said all I wanted to say on this video. If you made it to the end of the video in this rant, thank you for watching the video, of course. And yeah, don't forget I post Monday through Friday. And for specific uploads, just check that down in the description box below, of course.
When I talk about racism being a system, I want you to think about this for a second. Sometimes I do this in smaller workshops. I'll ask people gathered at, circular tables, take 10, 15 minutes, and I want you to sit and brainstorm with your table mates the following. If I were to ask you to come up with some policies, some practices, and some procedures, maybe in schools, maybe in the job market, maybe in law enforcement, maybe in the tax code, just any type of institutional setting. If I were to say your job is to come up with some policies, practices, and procedures that would have the effect of either creating or perpetuating racial inequality. But the trick is you've got to be real slick about it. You've got to be real subtle. It can't be obvious because, it's against the law to discriminate, right? And of course, we know that when things are against the law, they never happen, right? So your job is to craft policies that will create racial inequity, but in a way that's so subtle that you can't get in legal trouble. What might you do? And then when the people at the table do this exercise, we report back. And usually what they'll say is, well, in schools, for instance, I might decide that what we should do is we should fund schools mostly with property taxes, because I know that the effect of that will be that schools that are in poorer areas that are disproportionately of color will have less money. But since I didn't do it on purpose, or obviously for that reason, I can get away with it. And then they'll say, well, I would have a regime of standardized testing, whereby the only way you got into college, particularly this kind of college, was to have this kind of test score. And because of inequalities in K-12, I know going in that doing that will produce inequality. Or I might, in the job market, if I'm an employer wanting to craft discrimination and I can't do it blatantly, I might decide, hey, I'm going to hire based on networks and letters of recommendation written by existing employees on behalf of new applicants for jobs, right? So we come up with all these ideas, and then I ask the people, well, how different are those ideas from the things we actually do? Right? In other words, every one of the things that they mention are things we actually do in this country. The focus on standardized testing, even though we know what the outcomes of that will be. The property tax funding as the principal mechanism for K-12 schools, even though we know what the outcome will be. According to a New York Times report 2 years ago, half the jobs in the new economy are filled through letters of recommendation written by existing employees on behalf of people who want to get jobs. Now, in theory, that's race neutral. Right? And in theory, it's sex and gender neutral, and in theory, it's class neutral. But let's be honest about the effect of that. Who are the folks most likely to know Jim over in the accounting department? Who are the people most likely to know Mary over in HR? Well, beyond speculation, the study that this article was referencing found that overwhelmingly the folks who benefit from that old boys network kind of arrangement, right, are white, and they're male, and they're affluent, and they went to the quote unquote right colleges, whatever that means. So what this means is that if you're a person of color, or a woman of any color, or a working class white guy, for that matter, you might be the most qualified person for that next job, but if Jim doesn't know you exist, half the jobs are off limits to you. And here's the sick part: you can't sue the company when they don't hire you, because they didn't discriminate against you in an illegal way. You were just scratched from the start.
It says that y'all got rid of all the black-owned businesses in here.
Yeah, that's at the corporate level, though. We have no control over that.
But you guys have the power to make change. Like, you can bring the change about. You know it's wrong. In the DEI, y'all trying to get rid of DEI, like a bitch can't go find deep energy and inspiration somewhere else. You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, 100%. I'm part of the trans community, so it offends me too, if I'm being completely honest.
You part of the trans community?
Yes, sir. That's
so what, you a girl?
We're not trying to get into all that. I'm just saying that...
No, you just said you were trans, because you don't look like one.
Okay, I apologize, but I'm just saying...
It's more of a stud to me.
Getting rid of the DEI offends me too. Mm-hmm. That's at the corporate level, though.
Okay, what about the black-owned businesses? What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna put them shacks back on the shoe shelf? Y'all gonna get y'all? Ma'am, can you? That's kind of too loud.
Hey, would you pull up front for me? It's just another manager.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys have a right to your opinion and everything, so.
And when you say you guys, what do you mean you guys?
You too. Yeah.
Yeah, because I understand that Trump is in office and he got people feeling empowered, but people don't even know. Trump, he tell people exactly what they want to hear. In 2 months, we gonna reign supreme. So I don't know why everybody feeling empowered.
So what is it that you need from us today?
Like I just told him, I want all the black-owned businesses back on the shelves. I want y'all to put them shacks back on the shoe shelf. I want the rap snacks back in the food department. I want the Bow Wow do-rags back in the hair supply. The Miss Jessie's hair products, that definitely needs to get back in there. Like, this is not a game.
I agree. I'm not saying you're wrong in the slightest, man. I completely agree. That's above us, though. That's at the
Come on over there. And what y'all still doing working here? The black dollars don't belong here no more. And I'm gonna make sure that happen. Y'all some damn fools still working, especially you, auntie. You know you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
My name is not Auntie.
Your name, auntie.
My name is Shirley.
The black dollar is not welcome here. Why y'all shopping here? Why y'all walking in here? The black dollar is not welcome here. Y'all slow ass, y'all still shopping in fucking Target. I got one more word to say.
What they do wrong, big dog?
Hey, DEI.
Already.
Where that lady at? And one more thing. If y'all don't fix the situation here, I got them YNs and them boosters in my DM right now. I just want to let y'all know that. Them YNs and boosters in my DM right now. Y'all better fix this shit. Hey, the black dog.